me bad whistle. Now pop lock, drop it for me, make that thing jiggle. Yeah, she moves her hips just like Shakira. If she was in a contest, she would be the winner. Yeah, follow how you wanna way to St. Louis. Hey, y'all the girls do it. Just put your back into it. Then shake what she gave you. I'm talking about your mama. If you won't do it for me, then do it for these dollars. Cause I'ma make it rain. These other dudes is lame. They talk a good game, but they can't do the same. Now drop it up and down. Now take it to the ground. If you wanna please me, baby, all you gotta do is hop, lock, and drop.
Hey, 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 hey. Hey.
What is going
ladies.
on?
Hello, everyone who is watching. Happy Saturday to you all. How are you ladies doing?
Good.
Happy
It is a
Saturday, family.
Saturday.
It's Father's Day weekend.
It is Father's Day weekend.
What up, Robbie?
Yes. Happy Father's Day, Papa.
Yeah.
I started treating him already, so.
Aww, love that. Love that.
It's doing
Yes.
a good job.
Thank you so much, sir. So we got a lot to cover because honestly, some of these stories I just don't know. But before we get into it, we are going to introduce ourselves in alphabetical order.
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Garcia. Welcome to Not Your Typical Girl Talk, where we talk about, well, we try to make sense of the foolishness on these internets. And you can join us every Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, live on Instagram, or catch us on the replay. Thank you to Radio Regent, syndicated through iHeartRadio, for this platform. Check us out on Internet Radio, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Telly, what a guan.
Girl, there's so much going on. There's too much going on. But hey, everyone, it's me, Telly. I'm so happy to be here to talk about all the foolishness on the internet. There is so much foolishness that to come pack it into 1 hour of a show, we're really trying hard. We're really trying. So I'm not gonna take up any time because the Shiva girl, go ahead, boo. Tell me what you are.
That was my shaking it out. I am Shiva. They call me Shiva. I'm the final female member of the Not Your Typical Girl Talk crew, and we're just gonna have my partner in crime introduce himself so we can get right to it.
Yes, it's your boy Robbie 3 times, and happy Saturday. And look, I just gotta say it. One of the drawbacks of living with a Jamaican is they just will turn the air conditioner off. So I'm so hot, y'all, right now, because
Listen.
This is about to become the shortest show ever. I'm like,
What?
it's tropical in here, y'all.
Listen, I don't feel like the air conditioning needs to be running 24 hours a day.
It's
So I let it.
You won't let the house cool
It doesn't
down.
need to be on all the time, Robbie, 3 times.
So I let it. I cool it, and then I turn it off, and then when it gets cool again, I turn it back on.
yeah, and like
Later in the evening,
open the windows.
get some air from Ja.
Yes, air
Feel
from
that
Ja.
Air from
Come
Ja.
on.
iTal. You know what I'm saying?
iTal is vital.
Girl.
I tried to take a nap and woke up feeling like Steph Curry.
Whatever. It's fine. Okay, you know what? You know what? I will blast it, and he can listen. I don't pay the bills, so I need to stop because I'm conscious of the fact that it costs money. So I'm like, it doesn't need to run all day. So now I'm just gonna turn it off when I'm leaving the house. Deal?
No,
Deal.
we're gonna stop it. It's gonna
No,
be
deal. No, you can't run the. Anyways, let's get into it.
Wow.
Listen, this should be a sideshow that we can all talk about.
This is a part of the foolishness
This
on the
is a
internet.
part of
today.
it. I'm here for it, though. I'm here for it.
Body temperature. It's a
Body
real
temperature.
problem.
I'm here for it. I'm
I'm saying, if he wants to continue to pay them bills, sure. I was just trying to do my part, but you know what? I will stop doing my part. Okay, I am a saver.
I mean, Jamaicans drink hot tea on the hottest days,
It's
like
true.
today.
I got my red rose tea, and it's hot.
It's like swimming.
Cheers to the heat.
The air is on now. Anyways, we are moving on. Okay, we are moving on. This is actually very funny. Because when I show you the clip, you'll understand why. So a recent celebrity got flack because she decided that she was going to wear a historical figures dress for an event, but then make a replica of the dress. But apparently the real dress, well, this is what happened. And if you don't know, I'm talking about Kim Kardashian, who decided to wear Marilyn Monroe's dress to the Met Gala. And guess what she did to the woman dress?
Oh,
she
dear.
ruined it. So Kim Kardashian accused of damaging Marilyn Monroe's dress worn at the Met Gala. And we are going to show you the dress. So this was the dress before. So if you're on the radio, you've got all these beads that are there. And apparently this is the dress after with some of the beads that are now missing. And if you've ever watched the movie White Chicks, this is what people are saying. It looks like Kim Kardashian.
The internet never fails.
Never.
It never fails. Oh, dang.
Listen.
If you watch White Chicks, it was a scene where one of the Wayans brothers is going in to try on clothes, and that's what happens. Listen, I just think
I'm still amazed they got away with making that movie.
White Chicks, right?
I know. That would
Right?
never fly
That
now.
was it should be in the Hall of Fame for pulling that off.
It was
Agreed.
hilarious.
It's amazing how they didn't get any flack for that
Yeah,
film.
because that movie.
Cancel culture
So
would
many
tear that
things.
movie up if it released today.
So many things.
Terry
It would get
Crews'
no
character
funding.
alone. Terry Crews' character
Yeah.
alone.
Yes. Like,
That movie is so good. I'm sorry. Like I know.
it's amazing that it came
It's
out.
hilarious.
It is amazing it came out in the same lifetime of us as
Yeah.
adults.
Yeah.
Seems like a million years ago.
So listen, we're not even going to spend
Yeah.
a lot of time on this because
Sorry.
I don't even know why they thought Kim Kardashian with no talent should wear the dress of Marilyn Monroe with talent, and then she busts out the woman dress. That's all I have to say. They're mad. They're trying to defend it. There's nothing to defend because she also, I don't know, babe, how much you knew about the situation, but she also had created an exact replica of the dress and only wore the dress for like 5 minutes. She put it on.
Right.
She walked the stairs of the Met Gala. She took some pictures. She went down the stairs and changed into the replica dress that she made of the dress.
So why she put these on?
Right.
Because she have a big body.
Like, why did you? There is a video of the people at the museum trying to fit her in this dress, and it's actually, even if that was, say it was my clothes that I just bought yesterday, and I saw them trying to put Kim Kardashian's body in there, and that's how they were treating it, like they were yanking it up her thighs, wearing white gloves, for which I don't understand why you're wearing white gloves when the dress is being destroyed every time you yank it up her thigh. And I'm like, okay, you made a replica. Just wear the damn replica. We didn't have to know it was the real Marilyn Monroe dress.
No one asked. No one was.
What is her
questioning.
connection to Marilyn Monroe? Absolutely nothing. So why?
Well, I heard
Girl.
that she bought, or either she bought, or I mean, this is a rumor, so take it with a grain of salt. But I heard that she somehow has a bit of strands of her like actual hair, and she wants to clone it.
Good night.
Like she wants to like. That's what I
Okay.
heard. Now, mind you, like I said,
Listen,
take it with a grain of salt.
listen.
But I heard, and it's been spreading. So I'm like, is that why she decided to
So
get
she's
this dress?
obsessed. She's obsessed with Marilyn Monroe. Here's the thing, though. Scientists, please do not give this woman the time of day. Please use that cloning technology to clone
For
organs
real thing.
for people that need to live.
That's it.
Do not clone Marilyn Monroe so Kim Kardashian can exploit her.
That's basically what she wants to do. The woman dressed like she dyed her hair blonde and put in some clamp like she was going to the gym. But what bothers me is that why are you taking a piece of history and destroying it? This, like, first of all, for those that didn't know about the Met Gala, it's a art and fashion red carpet foolishness. But the thing is, the whole point is that every year they choose a theme. The theme was supposed to be some kind of Renaissance period, 1700s, medieval, no, not medieval, but very long time ago. So everyone was supposed to wear something relative to that. What does huge wide dresses.
Like Marie Antoinette.
Marie Antoinette in 1700s period, Renaissance. What does the Renaissance period have to do with the 1960s Happy Birthday, Mr. President dress? What's the connection there?
Rob,
Go ahead, Rob.
This is all a part of her strategy to convince Pete she likes white boys.
Oh, good God. We're done. We're done. We're done. We're done. We're done. We're gonna.
You know what? I think you're onto something, Rob, because she
you're
did
onto something.
take out her butt implants.
Yeah, just to fit in this dress.
And it still didn't fit.
And it still didn't fit.
She got
And
some.
Pete was there.
I was like, yeah, she's going full-fledged Becky right now. She's trying really hard to convince him that he's the guy for her.
Oh gosh.
It's okay, Pete. You're enough for me.
Oh no.
I love you, Pete.
It's like being in a weird vortex.
No, he
It
had
is.
problems before. Wait till Kim done with him.
So we're moving on.
I almost choked. That was awesome.
I'm done. So, there's some people who should just stop talking. And this person is, as much as I appreciate him because I'm a Love and Hip Hop franchise fan and he's entertaining when he's on it, there are just some people who should say nothing. And I'm talking about Joe Budden, who decided to say Chris Brown is way more talented than Michael Jackson. And unfortunately, I don't have the clip on the screen, but I'm about to play it for you. And we can all hear what he had to say about this.
Michael Jackson. But not even close. Yeah. I didn't. It's just you see certain names mentioned, it's like, how dare you? That's all. They're not really thinking. Why do you disagree with that? Because Mike is Mike, and he's the GOAT, and he's the greatest to ever do it. Well, yeah. But that don't change that. Chris Brown is way more talented than Michael Jackson. But not even close. Yeah. I didn't. It's just you see certain names mentioned, it's like, how dare you? That's all. They're not really.
Let me defend Joe before we tear him up for his blasphemy. I think what he's speaking to is overall talented, because we forget Chris Brown has been in movies. Chris is an actor. You know, he does things that Michael did not have in his bag and in his repertoire. But if you just compare them to like singers and dancers, then that's why everybody is ready to cuss Joe out right now.
I'm sorry, Thriller was a movie. Back in the day, when Thriller was made, there was nothing like it. And so Thriller was a mini movie in a video format. So I am sorry.
It's not, he didn't show a lot of
I don't care. Okay, Michael Jackson, it is blasphemous to say that Michael Jackson and why are they even in the same category? Michael learned from James Brown. Okay, there's a lot of James Brown in what Michael Jackson does, and Chris Brown learned from Michael Jackson. They shouldn't even be compared. So Joe Budden needs to shut his mouth.
I think that there's a comparison, but yeah, Chris Brown is an extension of Michael Jackson, and come on, we all know how Joe get down. Like,
he just wants attention.
He's choosing violence.
He just
you cannot put Chris Brown in the same bracket as Michael Jackson.
No.
What other human being does Joe Budden know who would have stepped on a stage and just stand there and people would drop down and never recover? Yes, falling to the ground, bawling their eyes out, other than Michael Jackson, maybe Jesus. Who else? Joe Budden.
Yeah.
You can't put Michael Jackson and Whitney and Mariah and James Brown and Aretha. There are certain artists that you just don't play those games with.
Yeah, and I think
Michael Jackson is one of those people you don't play games with.
Yeah.
Don't play games like that, Joe.
I mean,
don't.
We have to look at it too. Like, Chris Brown grew up in a different time. Like, what Michael did, especially in the time when he was born, like, it was huge. Like, we've all seen the videos of him when he was like 4 years old, like singing and like dancing, and everybody's like, my 4-year-old can barely walk, and this kid is literally out here. My kid is out here whatever Mama Jackson, Catherine Jackson was like, my little kid's out here like literally like making Elvis look like he wasn't even trying, and he's 4. And my friends have 4-year-old kids that can't even get down the stairs.
Much
like
more.
you know, so Michael literally, it was a gift. He was gifted, like overtly gifted. And I'm not going to take away from Chris. Yes, Chris
Brown's
amazing,
amazing.
but
Absolutely.
compare him to like Justin Timberlake. Okay,
Yeah, compare him to like Jason Derulo or something.
Yeah.
Don't compare him to
Don't
Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Or compare him to Mike Tyson.
Oh, ooh.
Today, you guys are making it very easy for me to just
Wow.
Because
Compare him to a boxer or something. Although he's not good at that either. But anyway.
Wow.
Okay.
Rihanna's a friend of the show, so not really, but I'm claiming it.
Chris,
Hey, Rihanna.
they're gonna put that in your highlight reel forever too.
Okay. We're gonna move on past that. Okay, so dating is difficult. We listen, dating is not easy. It's never been easy. The reality of dating is actually fairly new, because back in the day, people just got together, they exchanged their children. It worked. And so people introduced dating, and now people are dating. Well, this woman apparently, okay, well.
Oh dear.
Let me just say, not everything should be on the internet. So, for those who are listening on the radio, it is a text exchange, but the lady has replaced the name of the gentleman with a picture of a clown, because she's trying to say he's a clown. So, he says, "Good morning, beautiful." She responds, "Hey, what's up?" He says, "How are you doing? And I have a question." She said, "What's the question?" She said, "Is there a way we can spend time by doing something that will not cost money?" And again, she thinks that that's clown behavior. Robert, as the man in the group, do you think that there was something wrong with his approach?
No. I think he wouldn't even ask that if he didn't have certain concerns about her. And she basically just validated them. So move on, sir. She's for the streets.
I mean, here's the thing. And yeah, I'm here for Rob on this. I feel there is absolutely, this is me, and maybe I'm different from, well, I am different from the majority of women, because looking at the comments from that, you know what most women were saying.
Oh dear.
And I've got to say this. I think it's great when people say, let's hang out and not spend a dime. Let's go to the museum during the free hours. Let's go to the park. Let's go check out, some sort of activity. Go to Taste on Danforth, the Taste of Italy, whatever little festivals are going around, on the town, where you can literally just walk through. It's a great way to get to know your date. And it's a way also to keep some money in your wallet, so that eventually, if things go right, you can plan a life with this person.
Right.
I think that women that are out here dating for what they can get, it's dangerous, it's toxic. And in this situation, I don't blame men for seeing, the real character of the woman, because this is where her character is showing.
Yeah, it's just wrong. I mean, the man wants to spend time with you. Why are you so only interested in him dropping money on you? Like, I think it's sweet when a guy's like, "Yeah, let's just go to the park, you and me, and just walk and just sit on a bench and let's just talk and exchange words, thoughts, feelings." Like, that's pretty romantic to me.
That's fine.
So the fact that this lady's calling this man a clown just because he's like, "Hey, I basically just want to hang out with you." Like, no restaurants involved, no distractions involved. I just want to be you and me. Is that cool? And she's like, "Well, no, because how am I supposed to tell my friends, look at my guy that I'm dating, he bought me this handbag, and here I am in like Nabu, snap, to put it on my Instagram."
Yeah, but
like,
the beach is also a beautiful place to take photos for free with your man.
Yeah, like, why is she? No, yeah, you know what? I agree with Rob, and I'm glad that this man saw her true colors, and she just made it bad for herself by putting this on, thinking that she's a winner, because she's clearly not.
Here's the thing from a man's perspective also, especially is grind and trying to build himself up. The more expensive the date is, the more almost anxiety he has about it because he can't enjoy himself. Look, a $800 date for a guy who makes $1,200 a week, he's not having a good time. He isn't.
No.
All he's thinking about is the other things he could have done and what he's diverted his attention away from to try to impress this woman. So it puts the expectations almost in a place that they can't even be attained. Some of the best moments in life are free. That's just facts. And unfortunately, 304s like that will never experience that because it's always everything is transactional. Everything is, not all $200 dinners have been even good to me. You know what I mean? And I'm just saying there's some nice, crappy restaurants in the world.
Here is my thing. I think this is something that people are forgetting. Time is the most valuable resource we have.
Yep.
And someone who spend time with you without distractions is actually a good thing because, like Rob says, there's a difference between intention and attention. This had some intentions for you. And you guys just named some beautiful places people can go to. The park, the beach, museums. You're learning about each other. You're digging. You're asking questions. Sitting at a park and engaging and watching, kids feeding the ducks, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Taking some beautiful pictures. I think those are moments and memories in life. And often, like Rob said, I've been on some really expensive, crappy dates.
Girl.
Thank you.
Okay.
So
they're expensive, but the dates sucked.
I don't get why women these days think that men who want to show them intention and give them the most valuable resource they have. Because I get what Rob's saying, but it's also a measure of time. The 2, 3, 4 hours that you're spending between getting ready, picking that person up, sitting at that date, you've lost it. You're never getting it back. And I know about time. I'm very about my time. I have a to-do list. So when I give someone my time, it's a big deal because I know I've taken it away from someone else. But women these days seem to think that if it doesn't cost a lot of money, that it doesn't mean anything, and they're going to miss out. And then stop putting this stuff on the internet. Not everybody needs to know.
Thank you. That too.
That makes you look stupid. I think a lot of women do that thinking oh my God, look at this idiot. And then people turn around and go, most people in the comments say, girl, you're the clown. You're the clown. Because we want to ask, what's the rest of the conversation? Because I don't think he was trying to be cheap. I think he was just trying to say, listen, I want to spend some time with you without the distraction. But what she heard in her head was cheap.
Right. And you know what, Sheba, I want to take a moment for all the women listening and for all the men listening, for everyone. I want to bring up 2 people to you, and I'm going to leave it at that. So I saw this actually the other day. Denzel Washington and his wife were doing an interview. They've been married for 38 years in Hollywood. Denzel Washington, okay? 38 years married. Their first date, he admitted to his to-be wife, I don't have any money, so do you have any money for the cab? And she was like, sure, I'll pay for our cab. And that woman not only paid for his cab, but she paid so that he could go to acting school.
Yep.
She paid so they could pay their rent. And look where they are now.
I mean, they're like Hollywood elite.
Barack Obama and Michelle Obama's first date was at McDonald's. I leave it there.
I think they had ice cream.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Like, I leave it there. I leave it there, ladies. You're all looking for your Denzels and your Obamas. I leave it there.
No, they want Future.
They do. They really do.
They really do.
They really do.
I realize, I feel like I admit that our first few dates, I paid for them because Rob was not in a financial position. And not only did I pay for them, let me tell you what I did. I handed him the money so he could pay. Because I understand the Black man, especially when he's out, how people will look at him if I take money out and I pay.
Right.
He was not in the best financial situation at the moment. So I would actually take the money, put it under the table, or I would and give it in his hand so that he would pay, because I never wanted anybody to look at him very different. And look at my life now. I pay for nothing.
Right.
Except when I treat him.
Right.
That's it.
Yes, that's
Exactly.
But again, women don't see a man for his totality. They see him from a moment in time. So I think women like that are the clown. They're asking where good men are, but when the good men come around, like you said, they're looking for futures. And futures are like, yeah, I'll take you, I'll give you a baby, and then I'm out.
No, I don't think
that doesn't sound nice to
I'll
me.
plan no baby. No, he's definitely not planning on the babies, but the women are keeping the baby.
Man, if y'all listen to Future, I'm gonna talk about him in a minute in my 3 minutes.
Okay, well, it is actually time for the first segment of 3 minutes with Rob. So you can go.
So we're gonna spend a little time on famous 300s, basically. So it's like, one, that's who Kim Kardashian wants to be, the Marilyn Monroe of our time. The difference is Marilyn was one of the biggest actresses in the world when she was JFK's side piece. And Kim is just Kim. Like, you know, we know her track record. We know the laundry list of husbands and boyfriends, and now she's got Pete. So like I said, all of these shenanigans, like I think they were boating a couple weekends ago out at the lake, and I'm like, yeah, she is full-fledged trying to prove to Pete that she's come on home. You know what I'm saying? She's whatever.
She's going to the other side.
Spend much time with Joe, because like when he dropped Rory and Jamal, he lost his credibility to me. It's kind of like, you know, Joe is kind of like Skip Bayless at this point. He's a hot take guy, you know what I mean? He's a Stephen A. Smith type of guy. He's a guy that wants to ruffle your feathers, saying some off the wall type of crap, and then he's gonna just enjoy himself justifying his ridiculous points and platforms. And that's what he is. But like I said, I wanted to spend time talking about Future, because I don't think that, like, if you listen as a woman, if you listen to Future's lyrics, why would you want to be with him?
Rob, let these people know. Let these women know.
I'm not gonna blame
you
for the way that he treats women.
Yeah.
He has earned it. The way he spends money on these women, like he be like a little bitty watch, ain't nothing. Like he'll buy you a $10,000 watch just to smack your cheeks and send you on your way, and you look nothing. Future says stuff like, I got chicks claiming me I ain't been with in over a year. Like, what? Like, he sees the worst side of women. But we're blaming Future. But he sees the worst side of women because they will lie, cheat, and steal to try to lock him down. Hence the children. Even Sierra pulled that crap. So here's a prediction. One day Future is gonna get married. And who he marries is not gonna, it's gonna be like Jeezy and Jeannie Mai. It's gonna be something. Owes us for a curveball, and he's gonna be a pretty solid husband. I'm gonna just make that prediction. And the world's 304s are gonna go crazy when he selects his wife.
The 304s. They're gonna lose their minds.
That means host. Just for case anybody didn't know, the host. Anywho, Garcia.
The 304s are gonna have a sad day.
Talk to the people then.
Yes, welcome to Not Your Typical Girl Talk, where we talk about the foolishness on the internet. Not only are we talking about the foolishness, but we're trying to make sense of it. And believe me, it's a job. I'm telling you. You can catch us on Radio Region, syndicated through iHeartRadio, 7 p.m. Eastern Time for the replays of our show that we tape 3 p.m. Eastern Time right here on Instagram. Thank you to Radio Region. And don't forget, if you're not already doing it, follow us here on Instagram. We would love to have you. Let's move on with this incredible, amazing show that we've got lined up. Sorry.
Rob has one more thing to say.
And one more in just my future fandom for a minute is in the classic line, tell Steve Harvey I don't want her.
In a whole song.
A whole song.
Just saying. I mean,
and the choir says,
she was on the show last week. We talked about her.
A whole gospel choir. The preachers up on dancing.
someone yelling, "Shut
Oh my Jesus! Good job, Robbie. You did say that in a whole song.
I mean, it's true.
Back out in the street, so good luck to you, girl. Because listen, let me just say my couple for if Future doesn't want you. Future is making a song telling your daddy. That is the most disrespectful. Tell your daddy, I don't even want her. I done smashed her. I don't want her.
That's
Michael B. Jordan wanted her though, but we digress.
Yeah, poor Michael.
Poor Michael's gonna be back on the street with some again. He gonna find him a good woman. He gonna be okay. Lori Harvey's lonely in these streets, but she's going to events all by herself now. Girl,
Standing in the corner.
In the corner. The streets is her date. Just there by herself.
And her drink.
That girl. Oh dear.
I'm going to try to get through this segment and not laugh. It's
girl.
not funny, but it is funny. I'm just gonna say I apologize in advance to people, but I'm going to have to laugh because this I did not know was a thing. And I'm Robbie 3 times. I'm gonna. Oh Jesus, Father. Okay, so. Elephant kills 70-year-old woman in India and comes back.
Oh, God. No. I'm sorry.
Her corpse at her funeral.
No, listen. India is the country of where the term karma originates from. That old lady did something to that elephant. I don't give a damn what nobody.
She did. I
did.
said in solidarity with the elephant.
They say elephants have great memories.
Yeah.
To that elephant.
Yeah.
Pissed on her grave.
Well, I'm going to tell you because we're going to read the article.
She did something to that
I'm
elephant.
going to try my best. So this recently happened on June 10th in Odisha's Mayaramban district. I'm sorry, people from India, that I'm butchering that. They witnessed an intense act of violence by an elephant against a 70-year-old woman. Maya Mormu, a resident of Rapial village, was ferociously attacked by an elephant in the forest nearby. According to the reports, the woman was taken to the hospital in critical condition where she later died. After the medical formalities and postmortem, her family and neighbors brought her home for her last rites. While the preparations were ongoing, the elephant returned in an extremely aggressive mood. The villagers ran for their lives while the tusker attacked the dead woman's corpse, trampling her furiously. The elephant then started roaring, inciting others in the herd to attack the village as well. So he brought a crew. He brought his crew now to the funeral.
Elephants love their tribes.
Her house in the village, smashing it and killing the goats as well. The herd then attacked several other houses, consuming their grains. The villagers said they ran away when the herd came charging, and when they came back, they witnessed the elephant lifting the body and destroying it brutally. Elephant attacks are common in many parts of this area in the forest, and although the reason for such an attack is not yet known, it has fired the discussion about the vengeful behavior of animals toward humans who cross their territory.
No. Somebody from that village molested one of them elephant babies.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Well, they're saying, I think
Yeah, that's what
they're
happened.
trying to poach them.
They killed her
They
baby.
one of them elephant children or something like that. That's the
Yeah, I heard
happened.
someone,
Right.
this story fascinated me so much that I was chatting with someone about it, and they're like, oh yeah, I read an article that they poached the elephant's baby.
So that's why
her
she went
family
off.
poached their baby. So yeah, the elephant went off like any mother,
Like any
would,
mother would.
any father would. It
Yeah.
was like, hell nah. And listen, as we know, elephants, they have the best memory. They have a great sense of smell. They don't bother you unless you bother them.
That's it. Listen, yo, I'm sorry. I mean, I feel bad for the family and all that, but I'm sorry. I
No.
stand in solidarity with the elephant. This elephant is a real black person.
I heard the elephant.
They just said, "Oh hell!" I heard she's going around and like
He flung the elephant from one's body.
They said enough is enough. You know, first he handled it, or she handled it.
Exactly.
But then
He
when
went
they
there,
started coming back for the
galloping.
funeral, the elephant was like, I said.
They galloped over and they did the warrior cry, and then all the other ones started galloping.
Yeah.
They all just went there and they just brought destruction to that place.
This one,
The Crips or something coming on. They're like the Crips. Just
they violated.
Yeah, they
violated one of them elephants, and that family, it was up and it was stuck.
Because again, the
That's
elephant then brought more elephants from the herd.
Yeah,
Nobody
because
told them what they did.
they have tribes.
and they're very tight
like
community.
actually,
Elephants, like
oddly
black
enough,
people, occasionally, enough is enough. We sick of this shit.
yeah,
We stand up.
elephants
That's it.
are very tied to their tribe. Elephants actually have funerals for other elephants that die. Like they actually stand around the dead body and do a whole ritual. Like elephants are very much like humans. And I think that, you know, Disney, maybe you can take this and make some sort of weird movie. Give Dumbo some respect, because we were out here making fun of Dumbo when you shouldn't be out here making fun of elephants. Because listen, elephants, they've got their tribes. They're bigger than us. They're scary when they're angry. Listen.
Listen, they did something black people need to do in America. So unite and go against your
Girl,
enemy.
absolutely.
Absolutely. He is the mom. She went back, told what happened. Her baby is gone. Everybody gathered together.
And I know who did it.
And I know who did it. They said, okay. And the elephant went, and she said, and another thing.
Yep.
And another thing. And then they wash up the wall, please.
We got you.
Community.
Community.
That's what it's all about. Yes, girl. That's what it's about.
And
united community. That baby elephant was not just the elephant's, you know, the mother's elephant. It was all of their baby elephants. And when she made that call,
the elephants did nobody wrong, trying to hunt them down or nothing crazy.
Right.
Like, look, them elephants did what they handled their business. It's over right now, and leave them elephants alone.
That part.
That's
Amen.
it.
Someone we will not be leaving alone. Let's look at the camera. People.
Oh dear.
Not everything you do in your private life should be for public consumption. And then when you do put it out in public, please have a proper defense for why you say some effed up stuff. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it is DJ Academics.
Here we go.
Lord, Jesus, take that wheel.
We're just going to listen to, let me turn it up real loud so we can hear what he has to say.
Never gave some
And
people money.
if you think about it in the bigger scheme of things, it's not much difference between a 20 or a 17 or a 21 and a 17. Just kind of mean one's a minor and one's not a minor. But I will say, listen, I adopted this rule, which I think was fine. I said, listen, man, as long as the chick got a college ID, she's getting fired. I don't care if she's 17. I don't care if she's 17 and a half. I don't care if she just turned 17. She's going to get this dick.
So, basically, DJ Academic says there's not much difference between a 20 or a 17-year-old woman. So, a rapper, Jake Critch, came back and said it's a special place in hell for pedophiles, shaking my head and acting.
Agreed.
Now,
men who
Agreed.
actually can attract women feel about it. There's a big, huge freaking difference between a 17-year-old and a 20-year-old. Just talk to them for more than minutes.
Thank you, Rob. There's a huge difference. Most 17-year-olds are picnic.
Yeah, and the thing with a 17-year-old is if her parents find out, they will sue you for statutory rape. That's the difference.
You're sleeping with a child.
She still lives with her parents, dude. Like, what is hell is wrong with him?
Well, according to him, because he does make a clarification, and we're gonna play his clarification. So no, we gotta
Girl, I wouldn't call it clarification. I don't know if I call it clarification. He's
gonna clarify his statement as to why
maybe he should have just left it alone.
That a 17-year-old and a 20 or 21-year-old are pretty much the same people.
It's
I am not
rationalizing your bullshit.
I am not saying that the clarification is something that is digestible. I'm simply saying it is a clarification. So come true, DJ Academics, about what you gotta say.
Oh God.
And this is what's important. At no point did I ever say that anybody under 17 or under 18. I was given an example of how, and I want to give y'all this example before I play this whole clip. I'm going to play the full clip. I said, in college, I said 17 becomes a gray area because people don't ask for IDs.
What?
Or sometimes people start kindergarten early and they'll get to college when they're about to turn 18, but they'll turn 18 in January and they get there in September. When somebody's in college, and just like I say with high school, when somebody's in high school, in high school, I know somebody, and maybe I shouldn't say that, but I'm just going to be real. I know somebody who he had just turned 18, and he was dating like someone in a lesser class. This is high school. There's people who end up being 18 in high school. And to keep it real, if you think about it,
it's like, guys, he's just yapping and yapping and yapping. He's trying so hard to turn around.
Care about
it's not working. No. He's just yapping. He needs to just stop. Just stop.
He sounds like pedophilia.
He's going around in a circle
to me.
Yeah, it sounds like pedophilia.
Divide by 4 and
yeah. It's sort of like all these numbers in front of his face and these different formulas.
It's called pervert calculus, bro.
Okay, I said there was a clarification. Again, I did not say it was digestible.
I don't know if that
Here's an example. In sports, there's a rule of thinking. If you step on the line, you're out of bounds. The reason is to be in bounds, you shouldn't be near the line.
Right.
So when you're DJ Academics, you would think if you didn't have a problem of R. Kelly type of, because I think that's a fair comparison. R. Kelly, to me, too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And again, look here, dude. If you're standing at the girl's school at 3:01 on her birthday, on her 18th birthday, to pick her up from high school, like, yo, bro, you are a freak, and somebody gonna deal with you because that's somebody's daughter still.
Thank you.
And let me look up how old DJ Academics is, because at one point
he's been in the public eye long enough that he should not even be playing close to 17 and 18 year olds.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Bro, you ain't 22, 23. That's why it's a younger rapper making that comment. Like, nasty.
So.
Oh, gosh.
This ain't Pakistan, man. Like, this.
And, man, leave that stuff to yourself. Like, no one needed to hear.
Asked.
They didn't need to know that you're a freak.
No one asked.
Right.
They're saying DJ Academics is 31 currently. May 17th, 1991 is what they're saying. Now, his claim, because I have to give you the full story. His claim was that this video or this recording was from 10 years ago, which would have made him 21 years old at the time, in which he's saying there's no difference in his mind as a 21-year-old man if he's dating a 17, 20, or 21-year-old woman.
Who was recording Academics 10 years ago?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Man.
What
Oh,
he should have
man.
said. Here's how he should have clarified what he said. He should have been like, you know, I was young and stupid. I do apologize for that comment. I know that I have offended a lot of people by uttering those words. I am very sorry about that. And just so you all know, I have really worked at, you know, how I am looking at women, specifically young women, young girls. And my perception has totally changed from this, and I apologize. That should have been the only thing we should have heard from him.
No, he went on to clarify. Well, I don't know what
because his clarification actually made it worse.
It was more confusing than clarifying.
The best thing would have been to be able to just deny, like, I don't mess with 17, 18-year-old girls, but he couldn't say that.
He should have just said that.
He had to go into pervert.
He just said that.
He couldn't say that. Because some 17, 18-year-old would be like,
That's all he had to say.
we were just a date at Chuck E. Cheese.
So now an article is saying that this video is from 2013. So it's in and around 8 or 9 years ago, but he was still in his early 20s. And even at 22 or 23, I do not want a 23-year-old man dating my 17-year-old daughter.
Whoa. That's you're being too generous. He's not talking about dating.
Oh, sure.
He's talking about violating.
I know,
Intercoursing.
Yes.
Because he
Oh my
can't get
gosh.
22, 23-year-old women to part the seas, so he's got to keep trolling in the kiddie pool.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's a whole part. It's true.
Yeah.
He isn't talking about dating or actually having a relationship.
He just wants a one night.
You know, like,
or,
you know, like Celine Dion and her husband that passed away. He started dating her when she was a teenager, and he was not a teenager.
He was a grown, full-grown man.
But now I'm not saying it was okay, but they didn't, you know, they were in a relationship. Like, you know, there was a wedding, there was a full-on child, he is basically talking about just going around and
being a predator.
Yeah.
Well, okay, let's hear some more of his words. Let me just, because I want to, again, I'm just going to read it. He's saying, as long as they go to your school, bro, you do not ask. It is not that you want anybody underage, you just assume. So that's what I'm saying. If it ends up being that it's like, yeah, that's not what you wanted to do type of ish, but it's like, I don't look at it as in somebody deliberately looking for kids. So in this roundabout way, he's saying you pack in four different ages in university. So if you're in university, you should not be asking for ID.
It's called plausible deniability. You ain't asking because you don't want to know, because you actually do know. Because as I said at the top of the conversation, talk to a 17-year-old and talk to a 20-year-old and tell me you don't know
the difference. There's a difference.
Yeah. And here's the thing too, like, while you're talking to, say you're at a university and you're chatting with another person in the university, what class are you in? What are you studying? Oh, what year are you in? If I'm in my 4th year chatting with someone that's like, oh yeah, this is my 1st year, is that not an indication of maybe them being
younger?
17, 18, 19?
Thank you. And if you're a senior in university and you're trying to go on a date with a freshman, you clearly know the freshman is not getting into the bar.
Okay.
She's not 21, especially in the United States of America. She's not 21 yet. So
right.
It's going to be assumed, how old are you? Because again, where a 17-year-old can go and where an 18-year-old can go is also going to be very different.
Right. So we call BS on his foolishness.
He needs to just stop talking. I don't know what possessed him to just.
Pedophilia should not be normalized.
It should not be.
I agree. That's where
it should not be. No.
So to me, it's kind of like, again, what you do in your private life does not always have to be for public consumption. The fact that he said it out so boldly, we heard the clip. It was very.
Oh yeah, we heard it.
It was a conversation amongst men, like, you know. So you know what I'm saying, guys, bro. Like, and you know, I don't care. I'm gonna chop him down. I'm gonna chop him down anyway.
And everybody was like, no. And he was just kept talking, trying to justify his playing in the kid pool.
Because that's how I saw it. It was just the tone. I could feel the energy from the way he was talking.
Somebody probably was like, yeah, academics like little girls. He was like, oh, I don't care.
So people, please have conversations
with
your
teenage
teenage
Yeah.
daughters about
Please.
what is going on in the streets. Speaking of teenage daughters, I haven't heard the full story, but apparently during the playoffs, a 15-year-old went missing during the playoffs.
What?
Went with somebody. I don't know who the somebody was, but now they're coming out on ESPN talking about the fact that parents seem to be having a conversation. I have to read the full article. But
So you took your daughter to the game and she didn't leave with you?
or you sent your daughter to the game by herself.
At 15?
At
At
15?
15?
Okay.
Here we go. Let me just read it quickly because we got a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
You know, predators
Sure,
look.
you got a few minutes.
They're serving alcohol.
Okay.
They sent her by herself to a playoff by her.
Oh, her parents sent her to
Oh,
the playoff game by herself?
I'm ready to go.
I'm going to put a bullseye on her back.
So, parents of Texas teenager who left Dallas Mavericks game speaks out on human trafficking case. The parents of 15-year-old Texas girl who in April left the Mavericks games with an unidentified man, ultimately prompting a human trafficking investigation, are speaking out. Kyla Brooke Morris, they were on Good Morning America, said they want their daughter's story to be a cautionary one about the dangers of human sex trafficking and how laws governing the crime are applied. We just want to make sure people understand that something like this can happen to anyone, anywhere.
No.
Even if you don't think it's possible, there's people out there that they want to make it happen. Police found the girl as she walked on the side of a road in Oklahoma City.
What?
10 days after Morris, her stepfather, reported her missing from American Airlines Center in Dallas. She had been taken to an Oklahoma City hotel where she was sexually assaulted multiple times, starved, and not allowed to bathe. 3 people were arrested and charged with human trafficking. The parents said their daughter is safe, has entered treatment to recover from her traumas, doing well. The girl has given her parents permission to discuss the case publicly. Now let's talk about how the heck this even. Okay, so Kyle Morris, the father, a Maverick season ticket holder, said that on the night of the April 8th game, he and his stepdaughter were in the platinum level of the arena. Just before halftime, the girl told him she needed to use the bathroom. He said she did not have her phone and left her ID and debit card at her seat. When she didn't return, he alerted security, which searched restrooms and inside the arena. Morris said an off-duty police officer working the game told him that the surveillance video had shown the girl walking out of the arena and that she was last seen entering a nearby parking garage. Let me just be clear. That little girl had already made plans to leave with this person. That is what they told her exactly what to do. Tell your dad you're going to the bathroom, leave your stuff, and I'm going to meet you at XYZ. This wasn't just somebody who grabbed her at the game.
No.
A playoff game? You know how much money that cost?
You know what, too, is really funny? Parents need to understand, and I'm sure Sheba, Robbie, I'm sure you guys with your daughter, when you have her time to play with the tablet and when she gets older, these kids love their phone.
Yeah, they're not leaving.
They're not leaving that phone for a second. Their whole life is in their phone, in their tablet. So for her to just willingly just leave her phone to use the washroom, this little girl, because she's a child, was already online weeks before probably, chatting with this man on Snapchat, making plans. Well, I live here and there and I'm going with my dad tonight to the game so we can meet up and talk. And he was like, oh,
because how did she know to go down there by herself?
How did it go from that? She went all the way to the parking garage, like by herself. She probably thought she was meeting up with a 17-year-old boy because these men love to pretend that they're younger than they really are. And when she meets him now, she's like, wait, you're not the dude I was talking to online. And that's where everything unraveled and the girl gone. Like,
Yeah.
Here's the thing, like, I'm just knowing about Dallas a little bit. Dallas is one of them cities, it's kind of like St. Louis, where there's a lot of men that still look at themselves as pimps. So why in the world you would, like, anyway, these, if we played Guess That Race, no one would miss the answer to the question. In our days, it was like the dark colored van, the door opens up, the creepy dude, hey kid, you want some candy? Like,
yeah.
it's the same principles, but the technology and the finesse and all of that is totally different. That's why it's so important to talk to your teenage children. I say your daughters, but they are abducting boys too, because
Yes. Oh yeah.
it's a very freaky world.
Yep.
So I just wanted to share that because since we're
Yeah.
of that. But okay, Robbie, 3 times you've got your second segment.
Second segment.
And let's go.
What was the order?
The elephant.
Oh yeah. I stand with the elephants.
Yep.
Black and gray pride.
All day, every day.
All day long, and leave them damn elephants alone. Stop the cover up. We want to know what them villagers really did to them elephants, because that was not aggression, that was reaction. Okay?
Whoop.
Them elephants just ain't lose their minds. No, they lost their minds, but there was a reason why they did, and they showed them villagers not no more. And stone. I wish I had footage. It sounded like it was a melee. Like, I could just see elephants throwing people. It looked like Jurassic Park or something.
Planet of the Apes.
Right?
Like,
Galloping.
I would have loved to see that.
The trunk.
Because again, leave the elephants alone. Ivory is not cool no more. You know what I mean?
That's it. That's it.
Second story was nasty academics. Okay. Sir, attitude and your response indicates. See, when people tell a lie on you, the first thing you say is that's a lie. When people say a fact on you that's uncomfortable, you start carry the 2, add the 4, and minus 13. And if y'all are on the same campus, you know, you start all of that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty clear that academics doesn't have a plethora of choices with the ladies. Like, come on. That should be no surprise that he's kind of a bottom feeder. You know what I mean? Academics is the type of dude that will chase after all the future exes. You know what I'm saying? And like, when Future done with him, academics be there waiting, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know I did Future beat, right? So yeah, he's that type of guy. And we'll move on from him because he's got enough attention. That even looks like a pedophile face.
It is such. Look at this picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, that picture is not helping.
That's not a prize.
That boy got a mugshot.
Not a winning photo.
Academics, slow down or you're going to get a mugshot, man. Chill out with that.
That's the next photo.
That looks so close to a mugshot, boy. Like, yeah. All you need is to shave all this facial hair and he'll just look full-fledged. Like, I'm on it. So, and that was the last story.
That was it.
That was it. Just academics and elephants. Yeah, man. And shout outs to them elephants, man. Like she said, man. If black people was more like them elephants, we might get some stuff done.
That part. And now, Tally, talk to the people there.
Thank you guys so much for listening and for watching. Once again, we are your favorite crew, the Not Your Typical Girl Talk crew. If you want to listen to this episode again, feel free to visit us. If you want to listen to our podcast, that is. Listen to us on iHeartRadio. iHeartRadio. No, wait. Syndicated through iHeartRadio. We are with Radio Regent. Radio Regent, syndicated through iHeartRadio. Huge thank you, by the way, to Radio Regent for giving us this platform to share and for us to try to make sense of the foolishness on the internet. We hope you guys enjoyed this episode as much as we did. Feel free to find us also on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel. Give us a like, a share, and subscribe to the channel. We have a Facebook group as well. Head over to Facebook and find us under the same name, Not Your Typical Girl Talk. And as usual, on Saturdays at 3, we are right here live. Feel free to join us here if you want to see us and laugh along with us, because seeing is truly believing. So we're here every Saturday at 3. We got Cursia, I'm Kelly, we got Queen Sheba, we got Robbie 1, 2, 3 times. Till next time, everyone, have a great weekend and bye!
Happy Father's Day weekend. Happy Juneteenth.
Yeah,
Happy Juneteenth.
yes. Bye.
Oh, all right. Let's dance it out. Oh, okay, Instagram. I see. We're coming out of jail. It looks like we're going a little longer. This is interesting. Okay.